Hello and welcome to a LinkedIn Live, the first one of 2024. I am your host or your LinkedIn Liver, Garth Sharif. Welcome to the very first LinkedIn Live for 2024. Happy New Year to everyone out there. I'm excited to be starting off the new year, my first LinkedIn Live, with bold and somewhat random, some of them random, I'll be honest with you, not all of them. Some of them I had some thought, but some bold predictions for 2024 as we start off the new year. I don't know about you, but my new year is starting off hot. I thought it'd be a little bit, easing into 2024, but it has not. I'll be honest with you right now. I also have a guest, which is unexpected. Um, we did. I don't. I think this is the first time I'm announcing this on social media. We do have a dog. We got a dog. This is our dog right here. His name is Rambo. He's making his first appearance here. Not really planned because I wasn't planning to have him here, but um, I'm just in my office, home office by myself, and he got very upset that he was going to be left alone since he's been around us for the entire holidays. So he got a little frustrated, a little bit loud, gappy, and I had to bring him here. And hopefully that's the only appearance he will make, and he won't make any other noises as we go through our predictions for 2024. So hopefully everyone had a great holidays, happy new year. And for those in the US, a holiday as well with a Martin Luther King Day on Monday. So just wanted to go through a top 10 bold predictions for 2024 to kick off my LinkedIn Live. And we're going to go back to our LinkedIn Live schedule, a lot of generative AI and updates in the accounting and audit profession. But let's start this off in terms of bold. Again, you can be the judge if it's bold or not, or just predictions and how random. So here we go. The first prediction number one for 2024. Let's start this off. Generative AI will be used in audit and tax work for CPAs, or by CPAs, I should say, by CPAs, consistently by the end of the year. I think I'm already seeing this a little bit when I deliver training and work with other CPAs in various spaces across Canada and the US. There'll be someone that is using ChatGPT to read contracts or using some other generative AI software for some sort of analysis or report writing or to help them with an RFP or help them with research. And I think we're going to see this more consistently used because it's still lightly used. And we just had a new course released on demand about how to use these tools and what's the best way to approach this. I collaborated with Dave Jaher on a course called "The Future is Generative AI: What CPAs Need to Know." And I think this is going to accelerate. I think we're on an exponential curve, not just in the technology, but the use of the technology. Bold prediction number one. You can always let me know in the comments for those that are here what you think if you're watching this as a recorded uh, stream. Just still feel free to leave comments. I always like to know what you're thinking. Bold prediction number two. Let's hear what we got to say. The basic unit of information in quantum computing, called the qubit, will be as widely known as the Fitbit. I tried to get qubit and Fitbit together there. Qubit is the mechanism in which information is really exponentially increased in terms of how fast quantum computing can process problem solving and information. It's just unbelievably faster than what we have in our traditional ways in which our laptops and other devices process information. So quantum computing, which I will have a course on this year or plan to, that's another one of my predictions, is rising into the public consciousness. And we don't see it yet being applied in terms of our professional and personal spaces. We're seeing it being used potentially in test spaces in healthcare and engineering and aerospace to begin to see its impact. But it is going to be something that we see in our personal and professional lives, and then combined with artificial intelligence and generative AI, we have a real nexus event happening. So the qubit, which I will describe in one of my courses, will be well known as Fitbit. All right, that's bold prediction number two. The first one on generative AI, the second one on quantum computing. Bold prediction Number 3, the Toronto Raptors will trade Pascal Siakam this year. That's just for those that are diehard Toronto Raptor fans like myself who are struggling with this team, even though it has a lot of young talent. The pieces don't all fit together, and they're currently are on a losing streak of 4 in a row. They don't look great. They lost to the Celtics last night. Something needs to be fixed. I like Pascal Siakam; he's a great player. Just doesn't fit on the team. So I think they might trade him. The deadline is a few weeks away, I believe February 8th. So that's an NBA insiders. I'm not an NBA insider myself, but I'm just making a bold prediction that this could happen. So that's prediction number 3. It's not a Wojnarowski bomb or anything like that. Adrian Wojnarowski is the NBA reporter who puts a lot of headline information into the social media atmosphere. This hasn't happened. I predict it will happen. Bold prediction number 4. Let's continue on. Sharif Consulting, this is a one for me because it's my bold predictions, will produce 5 new on-demand courses this year. That is our goal. So that's a bold prediction based on some information that I know of. Quantum computing, a new professional ethics course on Wirecard, more courses on artificial intelligence and generative AI, and some audit update courses. So we're going to say 5. It does take a lot of production work for our team to produce on-demand courses. I'm going to say 5. I should have said maybe at minimum, but I didn't want to be too ambitious. So we'll just say 5 right now. So that's bold prediction number 4. Let's continue on. Bold prediction number 5 in bold predictions in 2024. Another sports one. I was like, well, where's my mind going with this? It is actually really hard to predict things nowadays. There's just tremendous amount of uncertainty and variability with many things in the world. So I just tried to stick to things that are comfortable for me. So CPE, CPD, technology, sports. Because I'm from Toronto, Canada, I'm a big Toronto fan, and probably I don't know if I'm as heartbroken with my teams as, let's say, the Dallas Cowboys or the Philadelphia Eagles and some other heartbreaks that have occurred. But Toronto is known for its heartbreaks in terms of sports. I'm just going to predict, and I don't know if I should have put this out there. I had some regret putting this because generally when I say these things, this is part of the Toronto sort of thinking, sports fandom thinking, that when you put this out into the space, that it will absolutely not happen. And in fact, the worst case scenario that they finish last will happen. But anyway, I've done it. It's too late. Can't take it back. The Toronto Blue Jays will win the AL East this year. I might have regretted saying that and actually having it out on LinkedIn Live. But let's just continue on. Bold prediction number 6. Now, this was inspired by another individual, an amazing individual I met, Atif, who I met at a speaking event, and he's a speaker relatively new to the scene, but he's doing great work. And he sent me his stand up set that he did. He decided to do that, and I was inspired because I've always wanted to do a stand up set. I think when it comes to public speaking, professional speaking, this is probably the single thing that creates the most anxiety, puts you out there. Many things can go wrong. Um, Not just your self-esteem taking a nosedive, but just all kinds of things. So there's a high risk, and I don't know about the reward yet. But I think in terms of things that I've wanted to accomplish as a public speaker, professional speaker, I have had this in the back of my mind. So uh, Etif, this is for you because you put that out there. You've inspired me. I think well, I didn't. I'm not thinking because I put this as a bold prediction. I will. I probably will have to do this, and maybe it's a 5 minute set. Keep it clean, nice clean set, and hopefully nothing that goes viral in the wrong ways because that can happen with a comedy, stand up comedy set. But I'm planning to do that. Oh boy, I can't believe I put that one out there. Maybe there's only 2 people watching. Nobody, I don't know if anyone's going to hold me accountable for these, the ones that I put myself into the bold prediction. But of course, there's the recorded version of this. But we'll see how many people actually watch this because some people might check in and say, "Hey, Garth, have you done that stand-up set yet? You said you do on January 16th." then I might have to do it. The next bold prediction number 7, the new live action Netflix Avatar series, which will be coming out next month, will be good. If anybody watched the Avatar cartoon, I watched it with my kids. This is Avatar: The Last Airbender, not Avatar James Cameron's Avatar with the Navi. This is the Last Airbender. I think one of the best animated series of all time. My kids, myself, we all enjoyed it. They're going to have a live action, just like a lot of things. There's a cycle of things happening: animation to live action, back to animation, films to musicals, back to films. That's what's happening with Mean Girls. And so there's been some interesting takes on the new Avatar series for those that are Avatar fans, because the original creators of Avatar dropped out of really working with this live action film. I'm hoping it's going to be good. It looks good. The preview and the trailers look good. I'm hoping for the best, but we'll see. That's my bold prediction. Bold prediction number 8, because I love space. I love astronomy. I thought I'd go this way. I'm just using my own interests for what I'm predicting in 2024. Astronomers will discover the most Earth-like planet ever. I'm always interested when there's a discovery of a planet that, and now they've discovered a lot of exoplanets because of the James Webb Telescope and other tools that they're using to discover planets in faraway places. And we're always looking for that planet in the Goldilocks zone, right? That we'd say, boy, that planet can sustain life or has water. Generally, they're exoplanets, which are large planets that may have abilities to sustain life, but nothing like sort of the size of ours, which is hard to find. But I'm feeling we're getting closer, and that would be really cool, and something that I hope happens this year. Bold prediction number 8. Let's continue on. Bold prediction number 9. This one is a long one. I'm gonna have to read this one. Well, I had to read all of them, but this one I'm gonna have to take a lot of time to read. We will start seeing improvements in recruiting and retention because of an improved focus on organizational cultures, psychological safety, and feedback. These are things that I talk about in my courses. We're still relatively new into the hybrid workspace, but we're getting now some experience, and I think there has been a renewed focus on culture, feedback, psychological safety, things that I talk in my courses. And I think uh, that might actually help a lot of industries, including the industry that I'm in, CPA firm space, start to navigate the challenges of recruiting the the Gen Zs and Gen Zs or Zs, depending on Canada, the US, the Generation Alpha that's out there, and trying to bridge that generational divide, but also looking at employees that are currently there. And this is not really a generational divide problem, as it were. There's just some challenges working in organizations, still trying to figure out the hybrid space. But I think the renewed focus on organizational culture, psychological safety, and feedback will yield good things, will yield results and improvements in retention and recruitment. The final bold prediction 10. Now, again, I can't use both hands because I got the dog. For some of you that would have seen him briefly at the beginning of this LinkedIn Live, his name is Rambo. He's actually asleep right now, so it's kind of cute, but I have to kind of hold him down. He's a small dog, so heights and falling are a risk to him, so I just always make sure he's secure. A colleague at 2020 Services named Josh. This is for him, and also for my attempts to get Taylor Swift tickets for my daughter. She's coming to Toronto in November of this year. I could not procure tickets for myself, even though I tried last year in September to get tickets for November of 2024. I think this is just, again, probably self-interested bold prediction, but Taylor Swift tickets will be slightly easier to acquire in 2024. We all be able to. I'm not a Swiftie, as it were. I like some of her songs, but I have a daughter, and she's definitely full into Taylor Swift, and would have been nice to have gotten her tickets, but it's a challenge. And maybe these tickets will be easier to come by, because right now it's very difficult to come by. So that's my bold prediction number 10. I did tell you it might be a little random. Some of it's around what I do and what I speak to, and some of it's around sports in Toronto. Some of it's about Avatar and Taylor Swift. But these are my top 10 bold predictions for 2024. I will do a LinkedIn Live in December of 2024 and come back to these and see how many of these were just way out in left field, how many of these were right on the nose, and what everything in between. We'll see how that goes. All right. My top 10 bold predictions for 2024. For all those that were watching, thank you. We're going to get back on track. I'm excited to be back on track and doing LinkedIn Live, most likely every week, or if not every other week, and on topics that I hope make sense. If you ever have a topic that where I could talk about it, but you think, oh, Garth might be able to add some insight or at least facilitate a conversation, always feel free to hit me up, send me a message, direct message, or through the LinkedIn live stream to let me know. All right. I would bring Rambo, our tiny Papillon dog, onto the screen, but he is sleeping, and I don't want to disturb him because he's pretty calm. He's like a therapy dog right now. I'm pretty calm because he's calm. All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'll leave it. Actually, that's funny that I have that last one up there, like Taylor Swift tickets. Anybody who would just like join this meeting would be like, or this LinkedIn Live would be like, what has Garth been talking about? Taylor Swift tickets will be slightly easier to acquire. Yes, that is my bold prediction, and that's a direct message to Taylor Swift. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. Happy New Year, and looking forward to seeing you on more LinkedIn Live. Take care.